Charlie Bonnick here for the Pita Pit pregame here with head coach Shawn Nelson of the UCCS women's basketball team. Now, Coach, last weekend you guys went 1-1, played CSU Pueblo and then Western State. The post really was a big factor last weekend. Really, what did you work on with the post this week?
Well, we've been working really hard on getting the ball inside, attacking our opponents inside out. I feel like our shooting percentage from the outside really goes up when we're able to get the ball inside and then get the ball back out, and then we can shoot threes, we can play from there. But I thought all of our post players had, at one point or another over the weekend, I thought they had really big games.
And especially with that Western State game, it was a great team win. Tori Fisher stepping up with 22 points, Jen Vigil also with 22 points. Really, do you expect this from the team now as a team win?
Well, we always expect a team win, but I felt like, Tori's had big games earlier in the year, and, Jen's been pretty consistent. She struggled a little bit at Pueblo, but she's been pretty consistent. So, I expect those players to be consistent. Your top players have to be consistent or your team's not going to be very good. And so that's what I expect out of them. And so far, in 2016, I think we're 10-2 and really had opportunities to win the two games that we lost. So I can't complain at this point. I just know this weekend is awfully huge for us.
And like you said, it is the last road trip of the weekend, playing Chadron State first and then Regis. But more talking about the Chadron game, you've played them before, fortunately got that loss. Really, what are you focusing on in that game against Chadron?
Well, we really have to do a better job of defending them on the dribble. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they scored close to 50 points in the paint last time we played them here. They were scoring in the post, they were scoring on dribble penetration, they were scoring on the press. I mean, they did not have to work very hard to score against us, and that was really, really frustrating. And that's when we really went back to work. It was right before Christmas break, and they really put it on us here. They were up 31 at one point during that game. I feel like we've improved a lot, and I feel like going to their place and playing them, we have to be ready to go, or the same thing can happen again.
Coach, last time Chadron came in here, Make a Dish really took over that game in the post. Really, how do you plan on defending that?
Well, I thought she got going because our post defenders had to help off of her on dribble penetration a lot, and it gave her a lot of wide open looks to get going. And she's a good player anyway. She, we don't need to give her more opportunities than she needs, but we just need to work really hard on her. We can't take, we're going to put a lot of people on her, and not let her get offensive rebounds, and make her work really hard to get her shots, and then we have to make her work on defense. At that point in the season when we played them last time, we'd come down, make one pass, take a shot. I feel that we're running through our offense more and making teams defend more, and that wears them out too. So we really got to do a good job of that. And
Coach, offensively last weekend, it was a little struggle on the three-point line, shooting 19% the first game, then 17% the second game. Other than going inside out, what are you really trying to work on?
Well, going inside out is key. That's what sets everything else up, and then not settling for jump shots. We need to get to the basket more. I thought we did that the second game, and get to the foul line more. I thought that's where we lost the game at Pueblo, was they were able to get to the foul line, and we didn't try to go to the foul line, try to go to the basket, but we just got to be more aggressive on offense, but at the same time stay within what we're trying to do.
And Coach, it's the last road trip of the season. It's coming down to playoffs and seedings and all that. How do you keep your team really focused and still have that mindset of getting to the tournament?
Well, at the beginning of the year, everybody wants to get to the tournament and all those things, and your year plays out different all the time, and so with us right now, we're still just trying to focus on one game. We know we have 5 games left. We know where we sit in the mix with everything right now, but we're still trying to dig ourselves out of that hole that we gave ourselves before Christmas. 10-2, the second half of the year is a really, really good record in our league with 16 teams in 2 divisions and all that stuff. But we just got to focus focus on Chadron, get that win, get our 13th conference win, and then we have a big game on Saturday, but we can't be looking ahead to that game at all, or we're going to do exactly what we did last year, is go up to Chadron and not play at our best and not be at our best looking ahead to what we have next. And that's what we talked about this week, is it's still one game at a time, and before you know it, it's going to be over. And asking our players to give us everything they have for the last 3.5 weeks and let the chips fall where they may. We don't have control over what other teams do. We just have control over what we do and our effort and our energy and those type of things. And so far we've been doing a good job in 2016.
There you have it. Take one game at a time for the UCCS women's basketball team. Here with head coach Shawn Nelson for the Pita Pit pregame. Coach, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.